Question number 52 of the ID Passport exam from PhilNITS. We are now in the management portion of the exam. In this question, we are being asked, which of the following is a method that organizes all of the activities that need to be performed in a project in a hierarchical structure and clarifies the work units to be managed in the project? Okay, a few things. Hierarchical structure, activities performed in the project, work units, this one in particular. So, okay, from among the choices, which could be the best answer? CRM, I think this is something related to customer relationship management. So this is not necessarily the correct answer. ERP, I think this is the first thing I think about when I see this ERP is entity relationship, but I know this is not necessarily also the correct meaning of the acronym, but I do know that this is also not the correct answer. I think this might be an enterprise relationship. Those ideas come to mind when I also see this word and when I think about it a little bit more. So we're down to C or D. Actually, I was thinking whether it was C or D a while ago too, and I do remember about half a year ago, I think also I had this dilemma of whether it was C or D, but I ended up choosing C at the time, which turns out to be incorrect. And it was because I think this one had peace, and we got a lot of peace here, project, and also management, so I thought it could be PPM. Now, sometimes we get choices where we don't really know what the meaning of the acronyms are, and so we need to make a guess. And usually I tell people that if you are to make a best guess based on what you know, the data that you have, then go and make that decision, right? Instead of maybe just randomly selecting one without having some kind of explanation why you arrived at that answer. It could be wrong, but at least we know how you think, your thinking process, how you thought about arriving with the PPM, right? And just like what I was saying a while ago, because it had peace and the description had project, therapy there, and also management. That's why I thought it was C about half a year ago. But later on, a while ago, I think I ended up with the correct answer, which is letter D. And it's because also we have this part here, work units. I think this is a key part in what we need to do here, because I do remember too that when we do projects and we do tasks, we need to know what the work units are supposed to be. If the person is going to do this one, how many hours is he gonna do this task for? And then we put them all together to know if the employee is being used efficiently. Is he contributing as best as he could given the time that he is at the company? Because sometimes you get people who are at the company, but because they're still waiting for an email perhaps from their client, they tend to be waiting only and not really working as efficiently as they should. And so that waiting time is time that you are paying the employees, but they're not necessarily contributing as efficiently as they should. Okay, so this part about having work units and having all these work units in a hierarchical structure, so we know how things are organized. And if we do this task, we can do the other tasks because this task is of a much higher priority and things like that. Okay, so priority, creating a list where we work on the tasks that need to be the tasks that need to be addressed first, and move on to the next ones. Okay, let's see my notes and find out if there's anything else that I can add. Okay, so activities, work units, these are the key phrases. And WBS stands for work breakdown structure. And I do remember reading something about this with the project management book that I bought. I think it was a Philippine edition that is supposed to be much cheaper. It was project management as applied in information technology, and I do remember reading something about work breakdown structures and using this to know what people are doing. The other acronyms, project portfolio management, PPM. So it does have project, and it's about managing a portfolio, and it's also about resource allocation. Customer relationship management, the one I was saying a while ago, working with the customer and finding out what their needs are, and improving their product based on feedback. And then the enterprise resource planning. So I did get the enterprise keyword as well. And in this case, you have additional words like resource planning. But in the end, what we want is WBS, which is work breakdown structure, um, for the correct answer, which is, as it turns out, to be the letter D. Here I have my Sanko, the references, google.com, pmi.org. And it's also important that you know which site to visit for information. And in this case, the PMI, the Project Management Institute, is definitely a site that you'd want to also check up on, with regard to words like project management, work breakdown structure, these things, because at least you know that the PMI, the Project Management Institute, is a big organization that many multinational companies use because it's supposed to be a way to more efficiently work. Because you know my language, you know what I'm talking about, the words that I'm using, work breakdown structure, work units, you know what they are. We don't need to train you. We don't need to tell you what the vocabulary uh, is supposed to be for this context. Okay, and I do remember also working at a multinational company years ago, and my coworkers had certifications from PMI, among others.